Welcome back to the African Mirror. This is part 2 on a conversation I've had with Boubacar on Islam and how it is to be a Muslim.
In my own culture, or when I was young, you were seeing people who are educated in Western ways see things differently from our tradition, from a different way of doing it.
Yeah.
In fact, at school, one of our friends, he didn't go to school. But we all started learning the Quran, doing Quranic school, because we used to go to Western school, French school at daytime. Nighttime we come and do Western school. Quranic schools and things like that.
Yeah.
The two are two separate systems of education. Okay? And my parents were educated at both. My dad more than my mother, but because simply where the family she grew up, as I told you, the family was so divided around the religion that her level of education was not too high in any of them.
Yeah.
In fact, my dad set up a school to do adult literacy for all the other adults who wanted to get educated as well in Western study, because he was educated in both of them. You see?
Yeah.
So the point is, education is not just Western education.
Yes, and it's not just for men.
And that is where the big difference is. And as I was trying to explain, when I was young, some of us went to Western school, some of us did not. But we were all educated in Quranic school because we grew up with that. We had a teacher in the family who taught us. We loved
So
it.
were you being taught about the Quran or everything else?
The Quran and explaining everything around it.
Okay.
Yeah, we explain everything. From when I was 4,
Yeah.
I started Quranic school before Western school. I went to Western school when I was 7.
Okay. So you've been taught how to pray and what it means
the
to
verses
be...
of the Quran and the meaning of things, where you are told this is not good or this is good, and all of those.
Which language were you learning that in?
My teacher explained it in Bambara.
Bambara, okay.
Even if you learn it in Arabic, because the Quran, everything is in Arabic,
Okay.
but you can explain in another language for you to understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so even when you're praying here on a daily basis in
You
Arabic...
pay in Arabic. Yeah.
Why do you think so?
But
When you look at the Bible, it's being translated in so many different languages for everybody to understand.
But a lot of wrong things happen with translation.
True. A lot of get lost in translation.
and that is the reason why.
So if someone converts into Islam, they have to learn Arabic to be able
You
to
don't
pray.
need to learn Arabic, but you need to learn the Quran. But you don't have to learn Arabic. I don't speak Arabic.
Okay.
Except the meanings of the Quran. I get the translation and I get people to explain to me.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's different from learning Arabic. You see?
Mm-hmm.
So it's coming down to the same thing of education. It's a very complex area.
Yeah, I see how it gets a bit complicated.
Yeah. If you go to, for example, the city of Timbuktu in Mali, who hasn't heard of, many people understand. In New Zealand, I think sometimes that it doesn't exist, that it's a mystic place.
Yeah.
Timbuktu was one of the most educated. The first university in Africa was in Timbuktu.
Yep.
But it wasn't in Western education. The education was based on Arabic, on Quranic thing, but they took it to another level. They only use Arabic letters to write everything about our traditions. And you got the document which are called the Tariq.
Yes.
Tariq el-Sudan. The way of life in the Sudan. Sudan means black people, which at the time Mali was called Sudan at one point.
Yeah.
But the way of life, so everything, and our education and everything, what happened, everything was right in the Tariq. When they talk about the libraries of Timbuktu, the documents may be written in Arabic, but it could be in my language. There are you just wrote phonetically in Iche. It's the same thing, just using the Arabic alphabet to do all your education and your writing.
Okay.
So being and the level knowledge of medicine, knowledge of anything was absolutely fantastic. Was there before the European.
Yeah.
And it was there before the Arab as well, before Islam.
That's exactly where we're going to go next.
Yeah. So, but the main thing as well is that I say the Arab, that may be wrong, because it's not the Arab who came to Mali with Islam. It's Malian who picked Islam and brought it slowly themselves.
Ah, that's interesting. So that's how Islam arrived in Mali.
Yeah.
It was not the Sarabia people that came in,
No.
like the West brought Christianity in Africa.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like that.
It was a lot for business people. The way my granddad was doing import-export, you come across people, oh, you got a great idea. I better be part of that. I better learn that. That's how Islam was spread a lot more across that.
So when it was then?
Oh, Mali.
If you do
My
remember.
God, Islam was in Mali, I think around the 10th century. Already Islam was in Mali.
Okay.
10, 11, 12 centuries.
Yeah.
It was in Mali. Certainly around the 13th, 14th century, King Kanku Musa did pilgrimage to Mecca. And King Kanku Musa was, until now, has been the richest man in the world
yes.
to have ever existed.
Yes.
But one of his reasons of pilgrimage was he wronged his mother. And until he died, he wanted to repent himself for
purify
that.
himself for that. Yeah. Oh, that's very interesting. It's another topic for another day. I do.
But you see, so Islam has been in Mali for a very long time.
Yeah.
And it has been the movement of people. It wasn't introduced by war.
It was from trade.
It was from trade. It was from a movement of people meeting each other.
Yeah.
It was not introduced by war.
No.
Certainly they had
Or
been,
no colonization or nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
It was the freedom of people that picked it up
That
and
picked
brought
it
it
up.
home.
Yeah.
Because they believed in it.
Exactly.
And
In the way my grandfather picked it up. But at the same time, there were some people who tried to force others to be Muslim.
Yes.
We had two well-known kings on that.
Yeah.
You had one who arrived from Senegal called El Hadj Oumar.
Yeah.
He came from Senegal. He was a Fulani who wanted to convert everyone into Islam. And it became tricky for him because Fulanis go from Red Sea to Atlantic Ocean. They are nomadic people. So they converted into Islam before the rest of Mali.
Okay.
And so, but they were cohabitated with everyone else. So they came to the city of Segu, the kingdom of Segu, where most of the people were Bambaras and had not picked up Islam yet.
Yeah.
Some had, some hadn't. And he decided, no, if you are Muslim, you should not be living with someone who is not Muslim.
Yes.
So that means none of you are Muslim. So he started his war.
Oh, there we go. So
He wanted to convert others in Islam.
Exactly.
But that was El Hadj Oumar's way.
Okay.
And the whole community fought him.
Okay.
And he died in Bajagara, in the Dogon country. The Dogon people actually protected him, and he died there. And that's another matter, because many people will go to the Dogon country. You will go to the pilgrimage to the, how do you say, the grot, the hole, the tunnel, the cave, where El Hadj Oumar died.
Okay.
Many people go to. He was a very well-educated person, but he wanted to introduce Islam by war.
By war. Okay. So he wanted to force everybody.
He wanted to
actually
force
believe in it.
everyone, but he ended up dying. It didn't happen.
Okay.
Some people may have picked it up, but most people pick it up through just willingly. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And the second one was Samori Touré. And Samori, we know Samori a lot more for his fight against the French, because that was in 19th century, towards the end of the 19th century. He spent around 16, 17 years fighting the French, because the French wanted to colonize the country, and he was fighting that. But one of his aims was as well to convert people into Islam. Satig is from Samori's area. So, but again, he failed.
He did.
It didn't work.
It did not work.
People picked up the religion because they wanted to.
Yeah, because, even when you look into Christianity as well, like you've got a church which can have a bad pastor or a bad priest, because they won't bring in their own doctrines, not exactly like whatever the Bible is actually like trying to educate people. I've seen things like that. So I'm kind of interested in knowing that, given that actually Islam has been in Mali for quite some time now,
for a very long time.
when it was being brought by trade, did it kind of like suppress some like traditional beliefs? Because I believe like when Christianity was brought to Burundi, we had our way of worshipping, our tradition, passed on from our ancestors, to next generation.
Yeah.
But when you look at it at this generation right now, everything has been wiped out. To be able to even go back and search, what our ancestors used to how they used to do it and how they used to believe, it's nowhere to be seen. And now, like, it's kind of like when you try to go back to connect your roots to your ancestors' roots, is actually kind almost impossible for Burundi right now, because like there's not much literature that has been like kept or recorded, or maybe it's with Belgium, or who knows. So it's kind of hard to go back and understand how our ancestors used to believe. But we do know that they used to believe in the high power. We also had our God, because God is the name that every religion is bringing a name to it. But we all know that it's the high power. Do you think that with Islam coming into Mali might have also suppressed some traditional beliefs from Malians?
Yes, certainly some traditional belief got lost. But Mali is not like Burundi. In Mali, you got, as I say, just took the example of my mom's side. That is until now. Until now, you got a choice of a free religion. You see what I mean?
So you might still practice traditional beliefs?
Some people totally do.
Yeah.
Some people totally do. Some people, the Dogon that I was talking about, were well known. Every Dogon village, at the beginning, because they are on top of a mountain. If you go there, you wanted to be a Muslim, they say, no, you go down. You don't become a Muslim up here. You want to be a Christian, no, you go down.
It's a non-touch.
No touch. But if you go to a Dogon country, it was amazing for me. Every village now you go, you'll see a church, you'll see a mosque, and you see a tokona.
Yeah.
A tokona,
what's a tokona?
A tokona is a Dogon meeting place. And they live in a place where there is a lot of rock. They're on top of a mountain full of rock. To a point that many trees, the root does not penetrate in the ground. Because the rock is there at the surface.
Sounds like Zimbabwe.
Is it? I haven't been to
Zimbabwe, they've got mountains of rocks.
Yeah, but in this particular area, then they build a meeting room, meetings place with rock. The top is rock.
That's interesting.
But there are very interesting things on it, because not only it is everything traditional happened there, but as a young person, if you do something terrible, they take you there. Oh my God, you are in trouble.
You're done.
You're done. But the way as well is, when you are there, the togona is not high. You are all sitting on the ground, and a rock above you. And if you get cross and you want to get up and you stand up, you hit the rock, you sit on your bottom, and you listen to the altar.
That's it. So it did not matter whether you were Muslim or Christian or whatever.
They still practice that exactly.
Oh, that's beautiful to know.
You see? And in Mali, certainly you got access to a traditional religion, animist anywhere you wanted to. It's to the point that there is a difference, because God, you got unitary God, how do you call it? Monotheist religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, they come from the same source. Our religions were a polytheist. We did not believe in one single God. That's a huge difference between the religions. I will say, and some people say animist, which is not actually the best way of translating it. You probably say naturalist. We believed more in the nature.
Nature, yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You believed in the forces of nature. You understood one thing in nature who could do things for you more than another one.
Yeah.
He may not do for you, but you know how he can make you peaceful.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what it is.
And so there is a big difference between them. And at the same time, people who practice them sometimes they say, witchcraft or something like that. Again, that's an insult as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, me too.
Someone who treats you are sick. One of the problems in the world is that the wisdoms of the world, we are only using a little part of the wisdom that humanity got.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the moment, the dominance is the West, and we are using the wisdom of the West. But if you go to Mali, you break your arm, you go and sit at a hospital, they put a plaster
on it, yeah.
People look at you. Say, why have you got that on?
Yeah.
Sometimes your own doctor will tell you, you better pull that out.
Yeah.
You know who can cure that faster and easier.
Easier.
You better go to him.
Yeah.
It happened to my own brother.
Yeah.
He's a nurse, a medical nurse.
Yeah.
He broke his leg. He had an accident. He broke his leg. He went to hospital. They fixed it. They put big plaster on it. You can't move. It's not fixing easily. It's like this. You can't shower. You can't do this. You can't do that. Everyone is telling him, how stupid are you? You know who can fix this easily in a record time with no problem.
No problem.
After 6 months, he ended up cutting the plaster, go to the traditionalist. They broke it, fix it within 1 month, he was walking.
Wow.
Okay?
Wow, that's good. That's good to know that it is.
So we have a lot of, your own doctors in Mali, broken bone, they'll tell you must be stupid to sit with us here. Honestly, they'll tell you that.
Just go to the traditional healers.
Yeah. Because the traditional healer, when it comes down to bone, they are masters of it.
Yeah.
And it costs you nothing.
It doesn't cost much.
I was in a family in Sanangroba where I was at high school. This man fell from a tree, broke his back. He went to the healers. You know how much it cost? 1 franc CFA. You don't even not have a denomination for it. One New Zealand dollar is 300 CFA.
Wow.
Fixing of his back, broken bone, is 1 franc. The healer is not allowed to take anything above that.
Wow. That is magical.
And that is one of the conditions. You take money to get treated for that, the medicine goes off.
You're not blessed enough to actually.
You are there for the community. You are there for people.
Yeah.
1 franc CFA.
Yeah.
Until tomorrow it is.
Wow.
My own mom broke her leg.
Yeah.
Similarly.
Similar things.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds good.
So we have a lot of that. And we use a lot of herb. It doesn't matter you're Christian, you're Muslim, you're animist. Everyone
does that. So traditional healers can also come from like a Muslim background,
everywhere.
Christian background. It's not just for the traditional beliefs.
To be honest with you, in Mali, most Christian, most Muslim have only taken the other religion and added as another layer to what we already have.
Okay, so they haven't moved away from the ancestors' way of worshipping and stuff. It's just like another thing.
Another layer on top of it.
That makes sense. Actually, that's quite different from where I'm from.
It's just been another layer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, Islam didn't damage the cultural way of...
the youth particularly are the ones who are losing a lot of things. And they are losing a lot of things for westernization.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You see, it's not because of a religion. The youth are losing it for Western ways of living. If you go to cities, it's a Western way which come in cropping slowly. That's what the youth are losing a lot of things for. Not because of a religion.
Yeah.
You see, not because of a religion, but it's because of Western way of doing things that we are picking up slowly. But again, both way is there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like Mali's got it all together when it comes to the region.
I think the singer Salif Keita is the one who summarized it very well for me one day.
Which song? Did you do a song about it?
No, he was in Auckland here, and I was his interpreter. Yeah, so we were going around and then someone asked a question. I can't remember the details anymore. He said, what is it? He said, don't worry, bring it to Mali. We will take it on. We just add it to what we already got. Why worrying about it? Nothing to worry about. It's just another thing.
My goodness, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Just thinking about this other, not sure what to call it, but it's something that I grew up hearing. Maybe something that might have contributed to this phobia, you know. I grew up thinking or understanding or being told that Muslims, especially men, see themselves as the warriors of God. So if there was anything that was threatening Islam, they will be at the front line. And sometimes, hear people who have exposed themselves, just for Islam's sake.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, that is really simple. In Islam, they say jihad. Mm-hmm. And jihad is your fight with yourself to be the best human being. Mm-hmm. It's not against anyone else. That's for yourself. To fight within yourself to be the best human being. Mm-hmm. Now, when there have been wars, religious war, jihad, crusade, are the same word more or less. It's only one is in Arabic and one is in a Western language. So what happened is that those two religions spent roughly 300 to 600 years fighting each other and divided us and created a lot of problem between people. Mm-hmm. And now we are so good at remembering things that the Christian keep the way crusade in their mind, and sometimes the Muslim keep the way jihad in their mind. Oh no, they came to us and did a crusade against us.
Yeah.
Or the Christians say, oh no, they did a jihad against us. Mm-hmm. But that is all that have divided the world. Mm-hmm. At the bottom, that's all it is. Mm-hmm. That crusade caused so much damage to humanity, you won't believe it. Mm-hmm. And it was the same word, jihad.
Yeah.
Because it's too complex, that's another thing. Mm-hmm. But when the European went from Europe and said that they wanted to I think, the Pope folk that the Christians were being killed in Jerusalem by the Arab, which you can go back on it, but from the BBC documentary that I looked at, at the time, Jerusalem was under the rule of the Ottoman, was it the Ottoman, or the Turk, not even the Arab.
No, yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
But to me, it was all about land. It was all about power and so on. Religion was just seen as a goal to do it. Mm. And then the two started fighting each other for a very long time. Mm-hmm. And sometimes a group of Muslims and a group of Christians get together and fight a group of Muslims and a group of Christians. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what we got today.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, because there are all these things. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. If you take the Iraqi war, that's what it is. You had a group of Muslims and a group of Christians fighting a group of Muslims and a group of Christians. Mm-hmm. Well, that's all it is.
Yeah.
So bringing it down to most Muslim men are jihadis and kill them. First, I have to explain to you that if you kill one human being, it's like if you had killed humanity.
Yes. That's the basic of Islam.
And that's the basic of Islam. So what gives you the right to go and kill anyone else? Mm-hmm.
How would
if
you
they have tried to kill you, you defend yourself, that's another matter.
Yeah.
It does allow you to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
It allows you to defend
but
yourself.
But it does not encourage you to go and kill
Absolutely
other people
not.
just in the name of defending
If
Islam.
you do that, you have committed a sin. And then they say that anyone who kills a man can never go in paradise. And anything that Muslim people do in their belief in God and everything is for a better afterlife. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So killing a person is an absolute no for going to paradise. Just going because you can kill and go and kill someone. That's it is. So there is nothing in there that Islam allow anyone to go and do that. And the other thing is suicide. Suicide is absolutely forbidden in Islam.
Yeah.
You suicide yourself in any way, you can forget about paradise.
You can.
Yeah.
There's no way you're going to go there.
There is no way you can go to paradise.
Yeah.
So I do not understand how on earth can it be that a religion tell anyone to do that.
Yeah.
But politics, and people with grudges for one way or another do stupid things.
Yeah.
And that's nothing to do with a religion.
Yeah.
That's their own problem.
Yeah. Do you believe that probably because of politics and because of people who want to take matters in their own hands and they are trying to pretend that they're doing it for Islam, is contributing to this phobia?
The Islamophobia that you see today, when you sit down and analyze any of them, again, it's politics. It's just the politicians are so good at creating problems, at creating issues. They use the media to spread the seed and to spread those words. But if you look at it, our recent Islamophobia is probably biggest come with September 11 and the Iraqi war and Afghanistan, Bin Laden and others.
But also recently in Christchurch.
Recently in Christchurch, I see that as a seeds of all of those things.
That's where it generated from.
Those are the seeds of different... People got the stupidities. People learn from different things. But if you look at our modern time, the time where there have been misunderstanding between people around the world, around the religion, those are the basic. But it doesn't take you to someone like me. When I was already at university, the Russians were fighting in Afghanistan. Okay? The Afghanistan, the leader of Afghanistan at the time, I forgot his name. Anyway, he was a communist. So the Russians were supporting him to try to control Afghanistan. Bin Laden was supported by the Americans and the other people to fight the Russians. So they are just the same team. They were the same team. And then when they fell out, they started fighting each other. What does that have to do with anyone else?
What does that have to do with your Islam?
I don't understand it. What does that have to do with me in New Zealand here or in Mali?
Exactly.
It's not my business.
It's not your business, isn't it? You just want to be like Mali and then...
It's just teammate fallout. And then they started fighting each other. But we don't really want to see the truth. We are scared of saying it. But Bin Laden was formed by the Americans. Even the reason why they were bombing the tunnel and say Bin Laden is inside the tunnel. Because they paid him to build them.
You're no longer on our team. We're going to take away what we gave you.
So what does that have to do with anyone? They were the one who knew Bin Laden. They were the one who formed him. None of us had ever heard anything about anyone called Bin Laden.
Absolutely nothing until they decided to blow it up.
So that is nothing to do with Islam. To be honest, it's just politics.
So basically, Islam has been framed in a way to excuse whatever was going underneath.
Look, that was the biggest way of selling what they wanted to achieve to the population. That was the best thing they could do to sell that idea to their population. Because they know that if you create sentiment around religion, since the crusade until now, you sell it well. That's true. If a politicians in an Arabic country or any other Muslim country with majority of Muslim use that and say that, the Westerners or the Christians are killing us like that, he gets support. If the Western politician use a similar way against an Arab or against someone else and say, he's like this, Islam, he gets support. My own country is taken hostage by it. The French, the so-called jihadists, anyone, they're all in northern Mali, fighting each other. But what for? It's nothing to do with religion. They want the resources of the country.
Bottom line.
That's all. We all know that. You say natural gas, we got it. You say petrol, we got it. You say uranium, which is the worst mineral to have. Because they are all scared that, if the Russians get that uranium, they will prepare more bomb and kill us. And the French want it. They got uranium in Niger, so they want to keep that. They know the rest is in Mali. So they want to control the land. And they say, oh, what about if they sell to Chinese? What's going to happen? So they are all flipping out.
Yeah.
They're all flipping out, wanting to control the resources we got. So they are ready to destabilize the countries in any way they can to make sure they maintain their control over that. That's all is happening.
Okay.
Nothing to do with religion.
And that's where like Islam is getting caught in between.
If anyone understands Mali, northern Mali, because it's close to North Africa, when Islam came through, it came through there to the south.
Yeah.
It's the most Islamized part of Mali.
Okay.
More than anything else.
Yeah.
When they came and said that, oh, the jihadists are coming to Mali, where did they come? It is the same Muslim that they came to kill. They started saying, oh, we want to get rid of bars and things like that. They went to a few hotels because that was the only place you had bars for Westerners to drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
They went and then broke the bars, the bottles, and film it and said, what next? We have nothing else to do. There's nothing else to do. There's nothing else to break.
Let's play a game of chess. Oh dear.
But you see what I mean?
Yes, I do.
So that shows you, it wasn't the religion. It was the politics, what they wanted to achieve. It was a politics, it's a division, trying to put peoples against each other in that area to be able to control the resources. That's all it is. That's all it is.
That's it.
And that's what we are suffering.
Yeah.
Congo is suffering for the same thing. All the resources, someone wants to control it, they fight each other. Mali is certainly that.
Yeah, Burundi is the same thing.
In the last 2 weeks, they have been saying, oh, there have been a coup d'etat in Mali. When I hear that word, I just say, what does it mean, coup d'etat?
Yeah. What is it?
Well, the coup d'etat is taking a government by force.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that. There was not even someone punching someone.
Social media, eh?
It was not social media. It's the French who want to control those resources, wanted to create a situation where they can control. In the government, they had people who support the French and people who say, we are sick of this. They are the one who brought us this war.
Yeah.
We are sick of it. And therefore, we need to find other partners to be able to defend ourselves. So the people who want other partners were able to get rid of the people who just want to stay with French. That's why the French say there is a coup d'etat. That's about it.
That's it. And they campaigned about it.
Yeah, and then if I hear Macron saying, oh, if Mali is going to go in a line of radical Islam, what are you talking about?
Islam back
Nothing
into
changed in my family. My parents live together peacefully. You go to my mom's village, everyone live peacefully together. Nothing to do with anyone.
You will hope they've learned a lesson, eh?
No, it's just the resources. Literally, they cannot leave those resources in peace. France, the country run on nuclear energy. If they don't have uranium, they can't do that.
They can do it.
To be a superpower, you have to have nuclear bombs. To get nuclear bomb, you need uranium. And they want to control that. And that is the curse we got because of those resources.
I always say that. We are blessed, but it's also a curse.
It's
Africa,
a curse.
yeah.
Well, it is a curse at the moment.
Yeah.
But the thing is that Africa went through a lot, from slavery to colonization to where we are now.
Yeah.
It's not going to stay like that.
Hopefully not, because
No
capitalism
question
is
of
still
hopefully.
just like...
No question of hopefully.
Yeah.
It will change.
I can't wait to see that day.
Well, you may not be here anymore. You may be eaten by ants.
Possibly.
Or me. But
Possibly.
anyway, it's changing every day.
Yeah, I hope we'll get to that point.
Yeah, you get to that point. That's the way. Nothing stays the same.
Because there's so much in Africa, and that's why I also believe it's, yes, as we mentioned right now, it's a curse because we cannot even be left alone.
We can't.
We can be left alone because we are supplying the rest of the world. If Africa was to close its doors, we don't know what would happen to the West.
It can't. Nothing
it will not
happen.
be able to operate.
Look at our cell phones and all the
absolutely.
things. It will come from there.
I agree with you.
Yeah, so when you say now that is religion, it's nothing to do with religion. Nothing. But if you look at it, they're worried that China will take it. What religion the Chinese got? Well, it's Buddhism. It's
They
Buddhism, it's
do have
Confucianism.
quite few.
Oh, well, in Africa now, in China, to spread their influence,
Yeah.
you got Confucius schools.
True that.
You see what I mean? So the next fight will be, there is a Chinese religion in Africa now, so therefore, it's just, I don't know what to express it. I don't want to do it in your program. but it's just,
we love this. We're loving this.
It's just really blindfolding the population. And
the world.
And the world. Well, and pretending
that
they are doing something for us, for something, which it does not exist.
It's
and
true.
Create problem with people. I'm not going to say that that stupid guy of Christchurch did that because people told him that, because that's a pure stupidity. And I don't know his background. I don't know how much...
if he was sane
or how much miserable he was in his heart
to
be able to do that to anyone. Because you have to be, I don't know, full of...
hate and anger.
Full of hate inside yourself
to
be able to do anything like that.
Yeah, to hurt someone else.
To hurt someone else. And I do not know where that hurt came from. That anger came inside him to be able to do that. So I'm not even going to say that those is because of a politician doing that make him cause that. I can't even say that because I know nothing about him. I do not know how much hatred he had.
He had in his heart.
He had in his heart.
He's obviously been really suffering deep.
He was the most miserable person in the world.
Yeah.
If you have that hatred, you can't sleep. You can't do anything with yourself.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
It's a very good question to ask even yourself, like why exactly did he choose to go against that mosque or like those people, which is why we're trying to understand what Islam means.
Yeah, he probably has been studying it.
Yeah.
Sit there. You can study any country, anything about anywhere these days.
Yeah.
And with if you have a network of people like him, they can find that. You see what I mean? And at the same time, they can decide if I cause this here, it will cause most damage to this population. They put people against each other because that's all they want.
Yeah, so this is so thankful to have had this talk with you because that's what exactly I was wanting to get at. Understanding this phobia around Islam, because at the end of the day, we've got Christianity and we do not go around being scared of Christians, But when it comes to Muslim people, it's almost like they are labeled to be looked down upon or to be, like, I'm scared of you because you are a Muslim or, that kind of thing. And that's...
To be honest, it is just the history between Christianity and Islam.
Yeah.
The crusade that they spent a lot of time fighting each other, which was fight for land, fight for resources. Africa wasn't involved in the crusade. It was between Europeans and Asian. Africa had nothing to do with it.
But also this phobia is quite new. Boubacar.
No, the phobia is not new. Wherever you have a two religion, you had the issue.
But I never felt like that, like growing up in Burundi.
No, you didn't feel like that in Burundi. There was no issue, but it's a political movement of the day which brought it to the surface.
Yes.
If I take the example of being in China as a Muslim, they were Buddhist, or they don't believe in, because Karl Marx said that religion is the opium of a people. So the communists had fight religion, so most people wouldn't declare that they are religious if they were. Not a single day, when I say I'm Muslim, anyone say, "Oh, are you Muslim?"
Oh, I should run away from you.
Not a single day. Not even once.
It's like, hey, Muslim.
Yeah. But it didn't mean it. They didn't really care.
Well, that's what I mean, actually.
Yeah. Like, I was shocked. Sometimes they will be racist because I'm black.
Yeah.
But nothing to do with my religion.
But then you come here.
And you come here when you say you're Muslim.
Oh, you are black first, and then you are Muslim.
Yeah, Muslim. And then they say, "Oh, are you a Muslim?" And then you have to start thinking, "Oh my God, what?" Why don't you ask me, what does it mean to be a Muslim?
Yes.
if you just tell me, oh, are you a Muslim? It means that you have a lot of prejudices
inside
that you're analyzing.
Now you're just putting on my layer on the top of it.
To me, it is an opportunity for you to ask me.
Yeah.
And I explain to you. Rather than you keeping your prejudices to yourself and making it even worse and loading it on me. Because it's nothing to do with me. Whatever you got as prejudice, it's nothing to do with me.
Yeah, because being a Muslim, we get along pretty well, even though I'm not Muslim, so I don't understand why it should be the other way around.
Well, we're human beings after all. There's nothing there. Africa won't.
Are you human beings?
but you see what I mean?
No, I do.
You got an opportunity. I mean, at Auckland City, we were so proud. I had a Buddhist in our team. I was Muslim, had a Buddhist, I had a Jehovah's Witness, we had other Christians and many people, Hindus. We were really happy that our team was so multicultural and multi-religious. But there was one stupid guy, so funny.
Yeah.
You go in this council restaurant. If he's sitting and I come and sit next to him, he move away because he shouldn't eat with a Muslim.
Oh, wow.
He was a born-again Christian.
Oh, I see.
Oh my God. You got a problem, my friend. I got my plate, you got your plate. What's the problem?
Oh, my goodness. Just because you're Muslim, he will just walk away from you.
Yeah, not because I'm black, because he was Indian.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
It's just because of you are Muslim.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it didn't make any sense to me because all of the others, the Buddhists, the Jehovah's Witness,
he will sit with them.
No, but we all eat together. We are a team. We work together daily. We talk about important things of the city.
Yeah, we're trying to make a change.
We're trying to make a change.
Hey.
My meal is not important on that. You see what I mean?
No, I do.
But that is the person.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with any other religion.
Yeah.
Not because he's born again Christian.
Yeah.
Not because I'm Muslim. It's simply his prejudices or his understanding of that side.
And so on an individual level.
It's on an individual level. It may be his teacher who taught him that.
Yeah.
But I don't see a need for that. I don't see a room for that in any of those things. And at the same time, in this country, people are really lovely. People are really nice. And New Zealand has come a long way. Auckland certainly is very multicultural. If you go to a rural area in Mali who hasn't seen many foreigners, you will receive stupid questions. Because they don't know, they want to know.
But also it's not stupid because they've never been exposed to such new ways of thinking or new ways of doing things.
Well, I went to a mosque in China. I was going to Tibet. I went to Lhasa. One of the red black men to get there first. So Tibet was closed to foreigners until 1984. When they opened it to foreigners in 84, in 85 I went. Before that I wasn't allowed, I couldn't go. So I really just wanted to go and see. But in between Tibet and the Han people, the rest of China, there is an area which is Muslim. So I saw a mosque. I went to the mosque. I went actually for tourism because I was with a German.
Yeah.
I went to tourism. I went to the mosque. You know what happened in the courtyard? Someone just grabbed my hand.
Yeah.
How come your color doesn't come off?
Yeah. See,
that was pure ignorance.
Yes, that's acceptable if it's the first time you...
I look at it. I look at my friend. I say, oh my God, I'm in trouble. I say, oh.
So now everybody's going to be like rubbing it off.
No, I just say, no, look at us, three of us. You are yellow, I'm black, he's white. None of our color come off. It's our natural color. And he said, I understand. But unfortunately for me, through the courtyard, straight away there was a Swiss and a French coming.
Yeah.
Now I had three white people, all with different hair color. He came back again. Hey, you told me they are white. Look at their hairs. I think it's later. I say,
cute.
That's true. Black people got black hair. Actually, yellow people got black hair. But white people do have different hair color.
Yeah.
But I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Yeah, that's
it's
the way
not
it
really
is.
Like that.
Yeah. And then For a while, he paused. He came back to me. I said, "Oh my God, what he got this time?" Then he come. He said, "Are you cross with me?" I said, "No, I'm not." He said, "I'm really sorry. I know what I did is not natural, but this is my first time to ever meet a foreigner."
Okay. No, that's good.
But I honestly was not cross.
Yeah.
But
why would you, if you actually felt the sincerity of his question?
He was absolutely sincere. He just wanted to know.
Yeah, he did. He was surprised.
He was surprised. But if he had just come, "Oh, look at the black person," I would have been cross.
Yeah. Well, you're black.
Yeah, that's what they say. But you see what I mean.
I do, and yeah.
Yeah, but that is someone who genuinely want to know.
Yes.
And it did not leave his prejudice behind his mind and say, "This is a black or this is a white, this is what they do." Ask me a question.
True.
That's the worst question I ever had, but I answered it.
Yeah.
And I didn't even get cross.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Okay.
So in the same way, instead of us keeping our prejudices, and we can ask.
Yes.
We can ask questions. At the end, one interesting word where you receive a lot of the time, you meet people for a while, you're thinking, and after a while they come, "You are not like the others." I said, "Oh my God." So you had your prejudices. I'm not like that. You realize that that's not me. But all the others, there is nothing there.
Yeah.
Throw your prejudices away.
Yeah.
Ask the question.
Yeah.
And we understand each other. That's what humanity should be about.
Yes.
If you have an accident now, it doesn't matter you are black and white. You're not going to go, "I'm looking for a black blood or a white blood."
Yeah.
It's a blood type which are all in all human beings.
Yes.
That's what you will be looking for.
Yes, absolutely.
So what is the problem?
Yeah.
Your blood can go in me if we have the same time. Can go in him.
Yeah.
You can go with all of us. So what's the problem anymore?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? There is no issue. The religion is just practice what you want to practice. Just be a good person.
Yeah.
Our colors, to me, I express it like our colors, believing that we are all from Africa originally. And if you go to the Museum of Ethiopia, seeing Lucy, the oldest human being we've seen, they show how people walk out of Africa to different parts. It's only where your ancestors spend most of their time that affected your physiology.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Your hair color, your face,
simply put,
you being tall or small.
Yeah.
Probably we went somewhere where they had to spend a lot of time inside a cave. So therefore, shortly they have to be short to go in.
The cave. Is that what you say?
I don't know. or some have to walk long distances and needed long legs to be able to walk far.
Okay.
So it's just the coincidence where our ancestors spend most of the time.
Yeah, true.
To me, that's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know why we get other differences.
Yeah.
Really.
No, thank you so very much for your time. And we at African Mirror, we really had a few questions about Islam and what it is to be a Muslim, and we came here. Thank you for hosting us in your house, and thank you for answering our questions. We were obviously coming from a much ignorance background, and we wanted to understand, and also hoping that this little segment is going to help other people feed their knowledge to understand that Islam is not about dress codes. It's not about being the God warrior to save Islam.
Not.
It's not about stopping ladies from educating themselves. No. It is actually about the heart, to be good to another person, to look after the needy and those who don't have as much, isn't it? Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for today.
To be a good person.
And also, he's inviting you, if you've got questions, please don't build up those privileges. Do ask, because every Muslim person will be happy to answer you. It's a choice if you want to be a Muslim, but it's not a religion kind of thing to be out there and destroy another person, and you should not be out there fearing Muslims just for the sake of the religion. Please educate yourself and reach out if you need more information, ask questions, and hopefully we can create this beautiful society to live together.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Thank you so very much, Boubacar.
Thank you very much.
It was an honor.
I really appreciate it.
You.
Yeah, and I really appreciate what you are doing with African Mirror. It's a great idea, and you're doing an amazing job. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.